The Madman!
Leaps and bounds ahead of you.
Let's go purely by the tier list. I agree. Or do I? I think that all three of these cards are really close in terms of how good they are. Took a vote with Twitch, they voted Living Mana. It's honestly probably the card I would pick least here, but they're all close enough that I'm going to pick it. It's a very good card. Snailman. Tier list says Druid of the Claw. The first tier list, like all those cards were really close, but these are less close. Normally I would pick Corrosive Sludge, however we don't want too many 5-drops. That is a lot of 5-drops for 3 picks in. That's true. Good point, Hearth Arena. I will pick Mark of the Wild. Normally I would pick Stegodon, however we don't want too many taunts. We don't really want too many defensive cards. I suggest you pick Voodoo. Interesting, that was nowhere on my radar. This one, probably, let's go Steggy. Best Speaker, good value. Could be really good with Gastropod. Snapjaw tier list. Yum yum. Another Death Speaker. Good card. Jelly and Militia are both good cards also. Ooh, top tier bucket. Hello, Ultimate Infestation. Ozdingo / 5/3. Ripperino. Got some interesting applications with my 2/7 and 2/6. So many Luster Jasper Spellstones. Bubbly I think is pretty good here. We've got some big health minions. Was that the 4th Luster Jasper Spellstone offered? Something like that. Oaken Summons versus Mark of the Wild number 2. Currently, everything that I'm pulling with Oaken Summons is quite good. I'm gonna go Mark of the Wild. Cleric. I'm looking for 2-drops. Tier list is saying Fireplume Phoenix. Power of the Wild got boosted due to needing 2-drops. Fireplume too good though. Wild Growth I think could be pretty good in this one. Normally I would pick Wild Growth, however Wild Growth has bad synergy with our deck, and we could use a card to smooth out our curve. It's probably looking at my deck and seeing that it's like a zoo deck. But we don't have any 2-drops, so it's a Wild Growth. Starfire does not really have synergy with our deck. I think my deck is currently being pegged to some sort of aggro deck. I can see why the Fairy Dragon got lowered in value. I have 2 Mark of the Wilds. That's a pretty smart decision by Hearth Arena. And then I really want 2-drops given that I have 2 Death Speakers. I think it's not that big a deal that I have to cast Mark of the Wild on a 2-drop, so I should probably go Fairy Dragon. But it's calls everywhere then. 3-drop, solid 3-drop. Yeah, I mean with the 2 Death Speakers in this deck, I want a 2-drop. I think it's Fairy Dragon. I don't think it's quite taking into account how important the 2-drops are, and maybe it's discounting the Fairy Dragon a lot due to Mark of the Wild. It's also a strange situation where all of my cards are 5 or less so far, other than UI. So having a little bit more late game seems good. Is it suggesting the War Leader over the Ironfur Grizzly? Which is taunt? It looks like it's discounting the Grizzly because it considers taunt a negative, given that I have so many taunts already. You seriously need a big drop. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Oh my god, it knew I was gonna get War Leader with the Thrashadon. It knew! It knew! Firefly. I'm sorry, Hearth Arena, what have I done? I mean, looking at my curve here, I don't think Flag is especially good in this. This is a zoo deck. Ultimate Infestation is serving as like just a generally good card. I agree with Power of the Wild. Is it Protector or is it Fungalmancer? I only have 2 5-drops, which is a surprise considering I started with 2 5-drops and 3 picks. Ooh, Violet Worm. Nice big card, only 8-drop. Firefly again, very nice. That rounds up our early game. So we rounded out our early game and our late game. Yeah, that's really good. And also I can go Firefly into Mark of the Wild. Probably one of the best cards I could see. Keening Banshee has synergy with this deck. I mean, I can see it. It's a big stat minion, and I'm going for a big stat approach. It's just a question of, do I like the Cursed Disciple more? I have Ultimate Infestation in the deck, so maybe it actually doesn't have synergy with the deck. It's kind of an aggressive deck, so there's no room for slowing down to draw. Grim Necro versus Kodo is pretty close. I have a bunch of 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I need 3 drops? I do only have 3 cards I can really play on 3. The 2 Death Speakers I don't want to, nor the Earthen Ring Farseer generally. It is possible to use it even though I have a bunch of early minions. I think the deck's really solid, has a good curve. There might not be any standout cards other than Ultimate Infestation, but it's got a very solid game plan to it. Drop something, keep the tempo with Death Speaker, follow up with just good stuff. Good stuff deck tends to do pretty well, and I think the very solid curve here is like especially solid. I'm going to guess that this will go 9 wins. I think it's solid like a rock. I don't think 3 mana 3/3 is good enough to keep in this deck. I can go for better. Especially since I didn't have a 2-drop. Here we go. Furry Dragon, Death Speaker. I could just roll on the tempo from that.
I love the Fire Festival.
It's the good ol' why does Lunara like the Fire Festival question?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
I am one with the candle.
That'd be very sad for Hellfire. You can try Death Speaker and attack into the Kobold Monk. Yeah, that's probably right. And then Fire Splash.
Push forward.
Plays around MCT and Hellfire.
Push
Plus 3
forward.
damage. Fine. I hate missing 7 damage on the face. You gotta hate that.
It's tasty.
So that could be a 6/3.
Now how about...
And then I can kill it with this guy. Interesting.
Reality breaks.
Grand Swapperoo.
Well played.
Who dares summon me?
Maybe just play Flame Elemental and call it a day.
This will be good.
Your soul shall dare summon
Wow.
me.
Wild.
I don't need any of you.
I hope he has Mind Control tech in his hand because I'm playing around not having 4 minions out quite a bit.
Hide the polar bear express.
The opponent also had it defiled.
Where shall I strike? For me!
This will be good.
Ultimate Face coming up soon.
You win this time.
Oh. And now we can see why Hearth Arena was telling me this deck might not have synergy with Wild Growth. I see it. Thinking about tossing the Wild Growth back. Yeah, probably keep the Wild Growth and then that's dumb. Do I toss the Power of the Wild back then? Since I don't need a 2-drop on turn 4. What I want is a 4-drop. Oh, Snapjaw. Look at that curve. Oh snap. How are you gonna deal with my monster?
Come, my pretty birds.
My monster card.
Golly, Bob, howdy, I am undead.
I feel empty inside. I should meet you
Small order.
to the
Almost correct. I was like, yeah, good idea playing the Berserker after the Pillar. It's like you remembered once, but then forgot the second time. I really want to use the Hero Power. Hero Power is like playing a 3-stat minion since I'm killing a 3-stat minion. So, yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, just do a slow turn. It was too good to remove a 2-1 with my Hero Power. I feel like.
Me and Mr. Fight.
Beat out Fungal Mancer by that much. Do I want to Kodo a 2-3? Pretty good. Also, Hero Power, that's pretty good. Yeah. Also, I drew a 4-drop. See a 1 health minion use the Hero Power, basically.
Don't mess with Tusk.
Got the 2 minions on the board. Makes sense.
mushroom power.
This will be good.
To Northrend.
It's not gonna save you forever. Alright, do I play Stealth? If it's Stealth and it's Flame Strike, I have a board full of 1/1s. I could also just play nothing.
This will be good.
The opponent forgot to Fire Blast that turn, didn't they? Oops.
Only a fool rejects the Lich King.
Or maybe they're just like, ah, it doesn't matter.
This will be good.
The jungle provides.
At least they're out of blizzards now. Kind of blizzard. Not quite. Whew.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
This will be good.
Our vigil shall never end. Our vigil shall never end. Our vigil shall never end. I sense your struggle.
This will be good. Time grows short.
Push forward.
You win this.
Sorry about that, guys. Setting up new place takes some amount of communication.
Your souls shall be mine.
The forest fights back.
Coin Wild Growth is pretty tempting. I guess I can toss waste of Snapjaw also. I was thinking about the curve thing. Coin Wild Growth into good old Grizzly, and then hope to draw a 4-drop. Could also play Earthen Ring Farseer.
I love the Fire Festival.
I'm now first player. You ever thought about that? That's basically what Coining Wild Growth does. It makes you first player.
This will be good.
Oh, same opponent, not a fake account from the game 1.
I am one with the candle.
So it's a double Doomguard guy. I saw the file in there. Base, I think. Trade would be better against Hellfire.
Big sharp pointy teeth.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. I don't want to save the Swapperoo. Hero power into a Troombrewer? Sure.
This will be good.
I feel like this utility might be decent. This might actually be a thing. Yeah, the utility ended up being good. I could even play the Death Speaker with it. And then I can't kill that, but it's just a 1-3 then. Who cares about a 1-3?
Reality is lost.
I love the Fire Festival.
Corrupt every minion!
You gotta be kidding me!
Why would he play something I can trade with? I guess he wants to protect hit points. I think the Earthen Ring Farseer has utility, but not with the minions I have right now. So let's do this.
That was wild. Take it. It's tasty.
6-2 against the Witch. Could be good. I think Mark Power Kodo is actually right. Yeah, just play it all.
Pitiful.
New objective, kill him with Blood Witch. Wait, I actually have lethal. Wait, can we swag him? Oh, we can swag him, that's awesome.
I end you.
This will be good.
Hearthstone Cleric is good, especially since I start with Firefly. Going first a lot has been helpful. You want to get a 2-drop, but yes, this is good enough. Hey! That curve. I mean, with all the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s I have, getting a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is pretty expected.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Big sharp pointy
think the 1 is about 50-50. Less than that. No, about 50-50. I have 2 copies. Maybe about 40. I had to estimate. I don't do anything. He's threatening the 3-4 and the 4-3, 2-2 and the 3-2. That wouldn't be very good for me. But if I do Power of the Wild, what if I just go face? 5-4, 4-3,
Now how about
2-3. 3-4 can go into 2-3. 2-2 doesn't have a good target. Guess he goes here and he also swings. Okay, let's go face. I don't think that's that good. I don't think that's that good. This is actually pretty good. The 3-4 would have to go here then? So this is definitely going there. This is definitely going there. It's a question of 2-3 going to 2-2 or not. I think so.
Come, my pretty birds.
the light dims?
2-2 Divine Shield. Kodo says hello. Three is his target of trade, so I should just attack with it, and then I can't kill both, so I should attack with that. So slow.
Well played.
The victory is yours.
Oh, my first game where the fairy dragon's interfering with Mark of the Well. I'm also going second, so Shadowstone Cleric isn't as good since I can't guarantee getting a buff if I'm playing the coin fairy dragon after all. So I think it's gonna be coin lone champ probably. Interesting. Thought about playing that card and chose to armor up instead. What card would you consider playing on turn 2 and then not play? Could it possibly be Axe? Anyways, I think the swap is good here. This is also viable. I get a 3-5, but this is pretty specific of a situation.
Now how about
But I do have the heal coming up, and the heal for 4 works really well here.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
For me.
I shall play it on. Maybe he was thinking, maybe that card on the left is Woodcutter's Axe, and he thought about playing it, but saw that he had Blood Razor in his hand and decided not to play the Axe. But would that make any sense if he followed up with Wasp? That wouldn't make any sense. I don't think so.
Neither snow nor rain nor witch.
Living Mana gets me an extra token if I wait a turn also.
Reality brings.
this is good?
Woohoo, no dragon. Dragon would have been pretty good there. Nice draw.
This will be good.
Interesting. I should kill the 4 too. I was about to just kill this, but I have the hero power. You can always trade this into that anyways. Yeah. If he had some sort of removal, it'd be less good for me to leave the 4-2 up than the 1-1, I believe. That wasn't very good though. So I can super buff my guy up to a 7/7, but then the Fungal Mancer would get it.
Bubblies and yummies!
I think it's a good idea to mark one of my guys right now. Maybe the Fire Plume Phoenix? Can only get him for 3. Yeah. Wow. Whatever, I have ultimate cheat coming in soon. That's all I can. Ooh. Ah, stupid Gorehal. Doesn't matter, I have ultimate cheat coming in.
This will be good.
Cheat! My first time casting ultimate cheat this run. Like Gorehal has done 7 and then 6 and then 5 damage. Oh no, the first time was 5. 5 and then 6 and then 5 damage. Very scary. Wall order. He might have wanted to play a card he drew instead. That's all fine. Oh, where's my Coda? Oh, never lucky. Guess this is really the only play. The only good play. Disciple wants to be played with the Argent Commander on probably the turn that I break through. That I keep my mana getting spent. Now a 78 on my turn.
You are not welcome here.
Commander that, hit that, hero power that, play Snail, Snail gets killed. No real other play. Only one card left.
This will be good.
The Snail prevents the Gorehal from killing one of my guys, at least. The Gorehal has actually taken down 5 of my minions. Oh my god. Not even UI could save me. That's incredible. Now the chances of me going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 are not very good, but it does mean that I deserve to win if I draw the super straight. I deserve to win. That's right.
I don't need any of them.
A little bit of a meh 4. Actually, Stegodon on 4 is pretty decent. Raid trade or... Yeah.
For me!
So you can't get the heal value. Earth Disciple is really good against Priest. Trade?
Let's see.
What's the worst that can happen? He plays Pain, I mean, I have a taunt. I think I can't get punished that much by going face-face. The deck might run out of steam, so I should probably push that face damage. Great Trade loses me the 2-1, which can otherwise do a bunch of face damage. Oh, Charged Face would have been an interesting option. I hadn't considered it, but that would get pretty punished by Power Word Pain Shadow Word. I like my bear play more, since the 4-6 stands up against the 4-4 very well.
Tortola, preserve us!
Okay, eating 2-6 is really good. That's gonna become a 5-3. Should I use bear? Or should I go face-face? If I don't use bear, he kills the 2-2 and then he heals back up to a 5-3. These two definitely go this way. It's just the question of the bear. Yeah. Drawing Ultimate Infestation also makes me want to take it into a long game. Maybe if I don't draw it, I decide to go face. I've got a good 7-drop with a Disciple Grizzly, good 8-drop, good 10-drop. I basically went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, almost. I did have a pain for my 2-6 at some point or another. I feel like if I curve out and then play Ultimate Infestation, it's near impossible to lose. The problems with this deck are, 1, sometimes I won't have Ultimate Infestation. That's going to be the more frequent amount of losses, and I curve out. And then 2, somehow I don't curve out. Commander maybe instead of Worm here?
This will be good.
Could have considered Wild Growth also.
You have been.
Coin 2-2. I'm willing to start like that. Coin 2-2, 3-4. Snapjaw, now that's a 4-drop. Hoping to get a better 3-drop also. My utility 3s and 4s.
What now?
Mind if I roll need?
This will be good.
I don't need any of you.
This will be good.
My curve was ruined. I could attack there, but I'm going to not attack, because if he doesn't trade, I could play Power of the Wild. If he does have some sort of answer, then the 2-4 isn't the end of the world. Don't have anything to heal for a while. If he has another tempo card here, I will probably end up losing.
Reality break.
If he plays something really good right now, I'll probably lose. But if not, then I'm fine. Ooh. The 4-6 is bad against these 3 guys. I think I dedicate myself to breaking curve and then try to use that Earthen Ring Farseer value on one of my big taunts. Or Snapjaw.
Roots clutch. Branches grow.
Ugh.
Where shall I strike?
In this game, I got the Ultimate Infestation, but the curve was not quite there. My curve minions weren't that good, I guess. Hopefully that snail ends up killing something. I think we go for the stealth here. Need the damage.
The jungle provides.
And then Just gonna keep everything. Gotta take a pretty risque line. Gorehowl again. Victors.
Well played.
Okay, 7. Respectable, I guess.
I can't win them all.
Those warrior decks. Just solid.